fiery.
This isn't so easy anymore on this treadmill. What are your first impressions so far?
Fast. This is the final one?
Yep, final one.
Don't mess with me.
I'm catching my breath, so I'm gonna let you talk. This is At a Conversation's Pace, where every stride has a story to tell. I'm Gerald Flores. I'm a runner, a writer, a coach, and the founder of Brick City Run Club. And today I'm joined with Glavan, who is a podcaster and content creator. How are you doing?
Happy to be here with a fellow runner talking about the Clifton 9.
I know you thought we were here just for a regular interview, but we're gonna be doing this interview on the move in HOKA's new Clifton 9 sneaker.
Let's do it. You know, right now, actually, I'm injured. I'm training for a marathon, so I'm gonna keep it a little bit light today.
Whatever conversational pace is for you. So if it's a walk, even better.
Great.
So you are a content creator.
I am.
You're a podcaster. It's a very unique job that you do. What inspired you to choose that for a living?
Kind of got into it randomly. You know, got on TikTok, started talking about HOKAs and running, and one thing snowballed into the next, and then I became a content creator.
Well, speaking of HOKA, the Clifton 9 is actually the brand's most accessible franchise.
Yeah.
How did you start getting into running?
When I quit playing volleyball, I had to figure out a way to stay active, move my body. There's so much about that mind-body connection with movement, and I found a pair of HOKAs in one of my first run, and it's been loving running ever since.
How has running helped you outside of just your physical health?
I think when you're in such a busy city like New York, we don't really have a lot of quiet time. Taxis, bikers, cars, people on the streets, and running is that one time of the day where you get to be alone with yourself. So running has been that mental health piece for me.
What are your first impressions of the HOKA Clifton 9 so far?
They're great. They feel bouncy, they feel supportive, not only for running, but also for a walk. So maybe someone like me, when struggling with an injury right now, they could be a perfect recovery shoe too.
So speaking of your injury, how do you kind of motivate yourself through those challenges when you can't do what you want to do?
I think one, realizing how grateful you are to have a body and be able to move it. I have a twin brother with some disabilities who has a lot of things, working against him physically. So I think before I ran my first half marathon, I was thinking about how lucky and privileged I am to be able to do this run. Because when you're running sometimes, it sucks. You're like, I want to quit, my body hurts, this is hard. So having that piece of gratefulness when you're running, I think is really important to have a why. Like, why am I doing this? You might hit a wall at, let's say, like mile 10, but if you know your why, I think it gets you through those hard times.
All right, well, last question for you. If you could run with one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dead or alive? Tough question. I think we should go on a run. When I'm healed from this injury, we both put on our Clifton 9s and we go on a run.
I was not expecting that, but we can definitely make that happen. As soon as you're back on your feet, I'll join you for a run. I'll join your run club and we'll be at the HOKA store. I'm Gerald Flores. This has been At a Conversation's Pace in the HOKA Clifton 9.